Hello friends, SentinalH here, and welcome back to our Immersive Engineering tutorial series. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the core sample drill and the minerals system in Immersive Engineering. Getting ready to talk about the excavator soon. That'll be one heck of a video, won't it? So, in Immersive Engineering, there is a system whereby you can acquire large amounts of resources through what they call minerals. So we open up our manual. What you're going to want to do is you're going to go to the Overview and Resources section, and you're going to go down here to Mineral Deposits, and this is where it tells you all about it. Basically, there are minerals in the world. You can't see them; they're not blocks; they're just there in a chunk, and you can use the excavator from Immersive Engineering to mine them out. Essentially, it generates resources. Now, in order to find out where you need to build your excavator, you need to take the core sample drill and you need to place it in a chunk, and then you need to run it until it'll tell you what mineral you'll get. So you saw the recipe right there, but we'll go ahead and check it out here as well, how to craft this. 4 steel scaffolding, 3 steel fence, and 2 light engineering blocks. Very cheap. The core sample drill is cheap. What isn't cheap is the excavator you're going to need to in order to actually do anything with it. So if we look at the book, it requires 40 RF per tick and takes 600 ticks to fully analyze a sample. So that comes out to 24,000 RF per operation. So make sure that you can supply enough power. If we go ahead and connect these two things together, we will be able to watch the core sample drill operate. You can see the little drill in the middle is rotating and going down to the bottom. And we just wait until it's finished. And there it goes. It's coming back up now. And we will find out what's going on here. Yep, come on. Like I said, it takes 600 ticks to operate. Alright, so if I right click on it, no minerals found. Too bad. Now if we look over here, this one is in a slightly different area. It's actually doing slightly different chunks. So if you right click on your core sample drill when you place it down, it'll tell you what chunk it's working on from what from based on the coordinates. So 128.96 to 144.112. Okay? So basically, if we're trying to find minerals, what we want to do is we want to travel to different chunks, setting these up. No, blood moon is not rising. Thank you very much. Okay, so setting this up in different places. Let's go right there. Right there. You got to hold shift when you place your connectors at the bottom of the core sample drill, because otherwise it'll just give you the readout. If you right click on it while it's running, it'll tell you the progress, so you never have to worry about that. It'll always tell you the progress. While this runs, and that zombie hopefully... Come on, zombie, just die. Don't be annoying. We'll go into the engineer's manual and we'll talk about minerals. Okay? So, the engineer's handbook will... whatever the book's called, will tell you all the different mineral veins you can find, okay? So there's a bauxite vein, which gives you a 100% chance all of the ore in it will be bauxite ore. The cassiterite vein, it'll all be tin. There's also a vein for 96% coal and 1.5% each for diamond and emerald. A copper vein, which will give you 68% copper, 26% gold, and 5% nickel. The galena vein, which gives you 44% lead and silver and 11% sulfur. The gold vein, which gives you 68% gold and 26% copper, 5% nickel. The iron vein, which is 52% iron, 26% nickel, and 21% tin. The lapis vein, which is 68% lapis, 28% iron, and 2% sulfur. The lead ore vein, which is 57% lead and 42% silver. Magnetite, which is 85% iron and 15% gold. So really, if you want iron, you want a magnetite vein. Nickel, which is not 89% nickel, 5% shiny, and 5% iron. Remember that shiny is also it's platinum. The platinum vein, which is 57% shiny, 42% nickel. The pyrite vein, which is 50% iron and sulfur. The quartzite vein, which is 60% nether quartz, 40% Certus quartz. Very, very good for applied energistics. Of course, this won't show up if you don't have applied energistics installed. Silver, which gives you 57% silver, 42% lead. The uranium vein, which gives you 57% uranium, 31% lead, and 10% plutonium. Obviously, this vein it also will not be in the game if you don't have a mod that uses the uranium. No minerals found. Okay, so we're not finding any minerals on our island, so let's go over here to another island. We're going to find some minerals before we end the episode. So the mineral system is pretty darn simple. Place your core sample drill down in a chunk and then run it. And if it tells you there's minerals there, you can go ahead and build an excavator there, and it'll give you minerals. It's basically it's not that hard. It's pretty good. So while that's running, we're gonna head over here, and we're actually gonna place another one. This over here should be a different area. Yeah. So let's place that there. It's running. So this is what you're going to be doing with the core sample drill when you get around to actually trying to do it. You're going to be running around, placing them down. Make multiples if you want, or just make one. Travel around, place it down, wait, see what it says, go somewhere else, try again. No minerals. I'm not surprised. Now there should be minerals here at some point. At some point we'll find minerals. I'd be very surprised if there were no minerals, since we have no minerals. You know, not exactly unexpected or uncommon. I imagine you're going to find no minerals more often than you're going to find minerals. There's some oil there. But we'll keep going until we find one. This looks like a nice place. We'll place one down. Get some industry going here. Ruin the natural environment. Fantastic. That's what we like to see. Place one there. We'll come over here to this side of the island and we'll put one over here. It's a nice looking island over there, and I'd like to live on that island. I'd build a house there. I have a design for a house that my brother showed me on the internet. That it's a concept. No one's built it yet. It looks really cool. I'm totally going to build it at some point. Maybe I'll do a video on it. That's a great idea. It's a great concept house. No minerals. I wish it made a sound effect. I wish that core sample drill had a neat little sound effect. I mean, it wouldn't really matter, but it'd be cool if it did. Alright, this one's almost done. Let's see if we can find some minerals. No minerals. I hope there actually are minerals on this map. In this world. Maybe there just aren't any minerals anywhere. I mean, I wouldn't imagine they'd disable it. This is a Bevo's tech pack, for those of you who don't know what I'm using for the tutorials. I can't imagine that he would disable the minerals. Ooh. There's a nice little skystone meteor here. I've never seen it with lava surrounding. That I haven't seen before. Come on. Alright. Let's go check the other one. See if we can find some minerals. This is your sort of... I would imagine that this is no minerals. Your basic experience here. Now I'm flying to different islands. You don't have to do that. Just go from chunk to chunk and place it down. You can see it's analyzing the chunk from 384 to 320, so to 400 and 304. It analyzes one chunk at a time. So you don't need to go from island to island. Just go to another chunk, place one down, make sure that it's a different area. See that we're doing a different chunk now, and just keep going until you eventually find some minerals. I think that's a different one. Yeah, that's a different one. So we'll go ahead and place another one just to increase our chances. So basically, once you have the resources to build this, you might actually want to build it and then start placing it and analyzing the chunks around your base. Because it might take you a while to actually find some minerals. No minerals. So if you've been running it for a while, eventually when you find minerals, you can mark it with a sign or something, and then when you finally get around to building the excavator, you'll know where there are minerals. Well, still haven't found any minerals. It's a weird island over there. It looks like a volcano. Looks weird. Yeah, it's like a volcano. This is a weird island as well. It's all this big flat desert. I mean, it's beach. It's a beach. That's what it is. Place that down. If I don't find any minerals, I'll I'll make a cut. We'll go find some minerals. Maybe there aren't any minerals. I'd like to find some minerals before this video's over. But this is the core sample drill, and this is what you do. Gear you get for the excavator. Of course, actually finding a mineral deposit is pretty awesome because it's going to last a really long time. If you look at the handbook, will tell you that when it comes to these mineral deposits, they're very large. You can mine them for 144 days continuously before they run out. So finding a mineral deposit is pretty momentous. So they're enormous. They give you a lot of resources. So it makes sense why there wouldn't be they wouldn't be every other chunk. There's our island over there with our balloons. That's why I left the balloons there, so I'll be able to find my way back. Pop one here. Get it running. Pop one over here. Get it running. We'll go pop one over here. That's the tiniest volcano I've ever seen. Get that one running. Come over this way. You can see that the general idea here, if you want to increase your odds of finding minerals quickly, is to make several of these. Come on, I just want one of these to find something. No minerals. No minerals. Wow, maybe minerals are disabled on this world. It shouldn't be. I'm not finding any. You may have to trust me that this actually works. No minerals. Well, I'm not finding minerals at all. But anyway, I hate to end on a negative. Now, you might say, well, maybe you should have gone before you recorded this and found some minerals. But to that I say, what do you think I am, a professional? I probably should have done that. Alright. Find some minerals. Come on, it's our last chance. If there's no minerals here, we'll call it a video. You just have to take my word for it that these minerals exist. Come on, pig. Give me some luck. You want there to be minerals here, right? So we can destroy your natural habitat with a giant excavating machine? Come on. You want there to be minerals, right? I want there to be minerals. Let's all cross our fingers and hope that there's minerals. Alright, it's time. The moment of truth. Minerals! Yay! We found a galena vein. So that means, if we go back into our book, right underneath us, well, not underneath us, it's not actually in the world, we have 44% lead, 44% silver, and 11% sulfur. Not what I would have chosen as my first vein, but you know what? We found it. Praise the Lord. Oh, praise be to... I forget what the name of the guy is who makes Immersive Engineering, but we found minerals right at the end. So that's the core sample drill. Because we're talking about this, you know that in the future we're going to be talking about the excavator. That's going to be quite an involved video. So our next episode we'll be talking about the excavator. Stay tuned for that. It's pretty awesome. We're going to set it up right here because we found a galena vein. So stay tuned for future episodes. I'm Sentinel H, and I'm signing out.